to know your baby will tell you when they're hungry. And you can kind of hear in the background to where I just came in the nursery because I felt the letdown of my breast. And you can kind of hear she'll start little cues and then moving their feet. And then you can kind of talk to them. Like, hey, honey. They'll start moving their legs. And she'll kind of do that right before they start to cry. And you can kind of soothe them a little bit, but they'll let you know when they're hungry and start to build up their cry. Like in the next couple of seconds, she'll probably start like actually being really, really loud. Like, and that's what happened in my other breastfeeding video, which is why I didn't want to upload it, because it wasn't really the best of light, and I was using it's not a bad cell phone, it just wasn't as good of quality camera or cell phone that I had. Like I'm borrowing a cell phone right now, and it helps a lot because it's a little bit more clear. So that's why I tried to use this. So I'm not really, I don't really know the different ways of editing or anything like that. So I just let it play, and whatever happens, happens. So that's just what it does. Okay, so you can hear her starting to build her cry, and that's what I was telling the girl. So now you can see her visibly moving. That's like one of the steps that they say is leading up until her being really, really hungry. That's the second type of hunger cue. So right now she's moving her legs and her feet, and she was opening her mouth and you see how she's sucking. She's like, hold on. That's the third level of hunger cues. Hold on. Yes, I'm pick her up. Hey, baby. There's my baby. So I pick her up. They said when they get to the third level of crying, this is like soothing her. Her third level of crying is when she has her mouth open and she's you're supposed to calm them down first. So what I do, or what you can do, or what I do, is calm her down a little bit by holding her, rocking her. She gonna start up again because it's not good enough. She wants the milk. They want the milk. She's like, stop talking and give it a milk. See the feet? If you take out your boobs, they'll smell it. And calm down a little. Here, she calmed down a little. Okay, she's gonna open her mouth towards your breast. See that? See how she automatically turns? Now get your hand up under there. Go like this. And you're gonna press it down. Shove it in the back of their mouth. Almost like you want it to go as far back as possible. Not to make them gag, not to do that, but just have it as far back as possible so that their whole mouth is more on your areola, the part that is around your nipple, and it helps them to latch so that they can swallow. There's no point of having the baby on your boob for the whole time if they're not gonna actually drink. So that's why I said, just kind of hold it flat, like that. Well, I guess I'm gonna try not. I tried not to disturb her. I just wanted to show you what can be done in the event that you need to actually have an illustration and somebody to show you while the baby is actually crying or acting up like that. So very crazy hair. But that's kind of what I wanted to show you. And as far as hand expression, I feel so silly. This whole time I thought hand expression was just, massaging the breast until the milk comes out or until, the letdown happens. And when I say letdown, I mean it kind of feels like a tingling, almost like goosebumps. You ever had goosebumps, and like if you hear something, whatever, it feels like that, like how it is all over your body, except for it feels like that in my breast. That's the letdown. And basically, when they say letdown, it's talking about the milk literally coming down into your areolae, the milk ducts, the milk ducts, the milk. You know what I mean? The milk ducts, the stuff that actually comes out of your nipple. So, you can feel it, and that's called the letdown process. So when it comes closer, that's why you want to massage your breast and or heat it up, like have a hot towel or a warm wet washcloth or something like that, and it helps to get your milk going. And I know a friend of mine, she said something totally unrelated, conversation, sidetrack, but she told me something that made a lot of sense when she was explaining to her girls what to do. One of them she was riding her bike and her hurt her knee. So she said, well, always remember, this is her talking to her daughter, she said, okay, well, what do you do? She was like, oh, I came to find you. She was like, but what would you do if I wasn't here? And she was like, wrap it, like wrap my knee in something. She was 6 at the time. She was like, wrap it in something. And she was like, good, but what would you use? Wrap it in what, right? And she said, oh, wrap it with a towel. She said, good. So, what she was trying to do was make her daughter think, right, for herself. And she was like, good. Wrap it in a towel. Would you do warm, hot, cold? What would you do to help it feel better? And she said, maybe get it cold. I said, okay. Well, how? Put some ice in it. He said, good. Okay, well, that's one way to get it cold. And you'll wrap it in the towel. So I'm like, okay, cool. She said, well, always remember that applying heat to something speeds up something. Applying cold to something slows it down. And I was like, interesting. So in that situation, think about your blood flow. Your blood flow, if you are you taking a hot shower and you have a lot of heat in your water while you're taking a shower, you're going to feel that, more relaxed because it releases your blood flow, circulation to get better. So that's why I say if you have a hot compress on it, or if you have if you put a hot compress on your breast, or if you heat it up, like, let me show you. Like these, the pad, they have gel on the inside, and you place it on your breast, and then you kind of massage it like that. But I only say it, but anyway, heat, what I was talking about, heat, it helps your circulation. So it also helps clog or get ready to unclog your clogged milk ducts. And I forgot your name, darling. But in the comments and in my inbox, you guys were asking, does your why can't I say that? Milk ducts? Anyway, does your breast ever get clogged? And I was like, yeah, they clog right now. Which actually they're clogged right now. So I had just warmed up the shower, and I just let it just, like, get on me right quick, because I knew that usually she wakes up when it's time to feed. So I knew eventually, or really soon, it was going to happen. And I figured I was just like, take a quick shower, so that it can just, the hot water can beat on me, and then I can be able to feed her, have my breast ready to feed her when she wakes up from her little nap. So I did that. And then something else you can do, like with a towel, not tummy, just with a towel, you can have like a bowl. I have mine. No, you can have a bowl and put hot water in there as much as you can. Put a little bowl in there, and then put a washcloth, like even just like this, and you dip it in the water, and you place it on there, and then you just massage it. Or you can have if you have a longer one. Let me see if I have. No, but use what you have. If you have a longer one, a longer washcloth, you can use that, dip it in the water, and wrap it all the way around your breast, so that the milk does, because the milk duct here, see that area? Okay, well, right here is a big one, so I can place my hot water rag right there, just hold it like that. Wait, let me change. You could just hold it until it feels better, or if your hands are not full, you can massage it with your other hand, like so. That way you don't have to worry too much about when you're ready to start either pumping with a pump that you plug in, like an electric pump, or when you do your hand expressions, when you get ready to do a bottle with using your actual hand and not a pump. But it's both considered pumping, so I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad about that. What else did you ask me? Wait, let me read it, because I don't want to mess it up. Hold on. And the pause. No. Pause. Here we go. Got it. Alrighty, and we're back. So, she said, one of the comments was, post more videos, please, about breastfeeding positions, how to do hand expression of the milk, how do you handle your baby, and these are only suggestions. Yeah, and that's what I tried to do in my other video, but when I was posting it, I ended up posting at the same time, so I didn't even see the rest of her questions. So shout out to Brooke Donna, very supportive. Also Miss May, she had hand expression requests and different videos for healthy loving acts towards your baby newborn. I think right before breastfeeding, that's why I try to look for hunger cues. So some of the hunger cues that I listen for is if she is already starting to like whine a little bit. These are 3 things I check for. Is she wet? Does she need to be changed? Is she hungry? Or does she want to be picked up and held? Like, because I think she likes the warmth against the body, because we practice what's called skin to skin. And basically, like, her belly, see, this is my belly, so her belly's touching my belly. And if I wasn't on YouTube, if I was sitting in the bed, because normally I try to sit in the bed or something like that, then I would actually have her belly, literally her skin is on my skin. That's what they call skin to skin. And the other hunger cues, when they open their mouth, they make a sucking noise. I don't know if you hear. Now she's starting to do it again. So I just switched. She's making see how she's trying to, can you see that? She was trying to suck on my arm. See how she's opening her mouth like that? And she's sticking out her tongue and making sucking noises, and that's one of them. When they bring their hand up to their mouths, they bring their hand up, do like that. Sometimes she does that, or I'll see her do that, and I'm like, oh, okay, so she's giving me a hunger cue, which is your baby is trying to communicate with you with their actions because they don't have words yet. So that's something that they look for, or something that I look for. Especially if you see them, like when I'm holding her right now, right? She's turning her face towards me and doing that motion. That's called rooting, like root, ROOTING. That's called rooting. And one sec. And then when they start to whine and cry like that, that's considered a late stage of whining, or a late hunger cue, letting you know that they're about to be fussy. Hey, honey. Okay, so I switched breast because that's also something that can help you when you're breastfeeding. They say that you switch. So when I started the video, she was on this side, and then I just switched her to my right side. In between me pausing the video to go get the phone for the questions, I massage to get her ready. It's the same thing because you want the milk to be able to flow well, and I wanted her to be able to switch on the other breast so that you can kind of give this one a break. But they say it's a good thing to do that. And her body is getting heavy. That's how I can tell when it's almost time to stop crying. Stop feeding. Let's say like her body will, it's like her body has a lot more weight to it. And if you see her hand will get heavy and flop down most of the time when she's getting ready. Like you just feel like her body will relax a lot. So I can feel her getting heavy. So I'm about to burp her in a minute. It's funny too because even with burping, right? Right after feeding, I'll try to burp her a little, and I remember I was reading my book, and they were saying that when you burp the baby, well, I'll probably have to show you, but when you birth the baby, I kind of sit her up right, and if I'm in the bed, I'll have the pillow and stuff, sit her on a pillow. But if you formula feed, like if you feed with like the mixture, like formula, and you know, if you're feeding her with formula or whatever, like this stuff, that sometimes they'll burp more often than if you breastfeed. So I was expecting maybe, you know, like, oh, you're supposed to hear them burp. You're supposed to hear them burp. Hi. You're supposed to hear them burp. So I was expecting to hear like a whole bunch of, you know, burps order, but sometimes she'll do like one big one or maybe two little small ones, or sometimes, you know, not much. They said if you breastfeed, they don't really expect you to burp, for the baby to burp a whole lot. So I found that encouraging. Okay, what else was I supposed to answer? Benefits of skin to skin. So it keeps babies warm, because like I said, I think she likes body heat. It helps them to adjust to being outside of your room, your womb. Well, technically, it was their room for 9 months. So, it allows babies to latch on better, and for a longer amount of time. So, okay, all right, her body is, yeah. All right, you want burpee? Yeah. All right, so what was I saying? Skin to skin. It helps the baby to breastfeed for a longer amount of time, for latch, and it decreases their crying. They're more calm and less startled by like other outside noises when you do that. And ideally, I have a pillow here that I sit her on. If I was in bed, just do like this. Oh. You get you a blanket. Just have like a little blanket like this. Thank you, Tisha, for my she sent me this blanket. So thank you. And what I do, take your little blanket, or you can use a little bib. Can't really see. Ooh, sorry. Ooh, Chile. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. So I got her a receiving blanket, or a little blanket like that, and I put it under her chin. So just in case if I'm burping her, then crud. Hold on. Stay, I said. Yay. Okay. So that was another suggestion from the comments. She was like, "Can you?" It was hard for you guys to see, like I was saying, because my phone camera only had 12 megapixels, guys. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But like I said, you gotta use what you got. Okay. I just bear with a player. Okay. Not sponsored, yo. Not yet. But anyway, I put the blanket under her chin just in case she spits up anything that she was just using. So, and I kind of just walk around and I bounce her and I do this. Let me actually, let me go to the little nursery very quick. I'll show you. If you're sitting down, you can. Okay, let me put you down right quick so I can show the people. All right. So this is my lap. This is my little pillow that I have. The same one that I use for breastfeeding. And I just put like my little blanket over there just to cover the pillow, just in case anything that she has, if it's out of her mouth and it spills on, then I can just take that off and go with it, versus I can take this off, put it in the washing machine and not the whole pillow or whatever the situation is. Okay, so then I grab her. Let me put my... Oh. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I have her. She's sitting on my on the pillow and her receiving blanket. The receiving blanket under her chin. Thank you, Miss Ma'am. Now hold on. Yes. That was also another suggestion. You should get a tripod. I probably should. Not sponsored, yo. But just wanted to show you how she's sitting up. Bless you, darling. Bless you again. All right. So she's sitting upright. I have my hand right here. Not on her neck, but just on her chest. So like right here. Yay. And I just do that. I do lower to mid back, and I just go up. And she just finished. Hi. Hi, people. Yay. I know. I don't... I didn't want her to be on social media and stuff like that. I just wanted to show what I do. And this, I burp like this just to get the gas out. It's best if she has any or whatever. And I'll go up on her back. You like that? You like that? Yes, honey. Thanks for being a good sport. Okay, and then I just do that. Just where her back is, up to about her mid shoulders. Sometimes I do like this. Sometimes I do like this. Yeah. Until they're able to hold their neck better, have neck control of their head and their body. And that's why my hand is right here, just trying to support her like that. That's so... Yay! Hi. She can see herself. Hi. Hello, little baby. Hello, little baby. You're doing so good. Doing so good. Yeah, you're doing really well. All right. So I am going to go change her because her pamper is full. It's wet. I noticed that while I was breastfeeding, but I just wanted to show you this real quick. And real quick ends up being like 30 minutes. So sorry. But I just wanted to answer some of you guys' questions in the comments. And for the actual hand expression, this is a super long video. You guys are going to be like, with the Rambos. And then you guys want to wonder why I tried. I probably re-recorded the video from this morning like probably about 7 times because I didn't know how to flip my camera. I don't know how to work this stuff, but I just really felt pressed like on my spirit to upload a video. And if you guys notice, I never uploaded any type of motherhood videos or anything like that. But I don't know, I just really felt it weighing on my spirit to do it. So I was like, you know what, I'm trying to work on obedience to how I feel. There it is. I don't know if you saw it, but she spit up. Yeah. It spit up, it went on my hand. But it also was on the sheet. That's why you want to put one of these little blankets there. Or even when you're feeding, you can put a bib, one of the little bibs on. But I was like, that makes so much more sense. Why didn't I think about that all the times I was getting my clothes messed up? Yeah, see, do you hear it? That was a good little burp. All right. But yes, I forgot what I was even saying. So, listen, I'm sleep deprived. Uh, is this what they call pregnancy brain? Why is my eyebrow? I just look a mess, and I'm just. Can you just concentrate on what I'm saying and not necessarily what I look like right now? Cause I'm so. This is rare air, okay? Like I'm all over the place, and I just want to make sure that I got most of your comments and your questions answered. And at this point, being with y'all for half an hour, I might as well just go ahead and do a hand expression right fast. Hold on. That's I'm gonna do that next. I was gonna say something at the beginning of the video. Oh, when I was taking her out of the crib from her nap, right? When she's not really sleepy right now, but when I put her down for a nap or whatever, if she, continues to feed and then she goes limp and she wants to go to sleep, when I put her for her nap, I put her on her back. And that's something that was stressed to me, that was very important, to make sure that when you place the baby for a nap, that's why I put her like that, to go to sleep, because it helps with preventing SIDS, which is SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. And it sometimes when you place the baby down on their belly, the bedding, like the little sheets, or if you have a pillow or something, they tell you don't put none of that extra stuff in there. Not the bumpers on the crib, which are like the little paddings. Like if they roll over, boom, they hit their head. They can roll over and stay there and suffocate. So they were like, don't put anything in the crib that would impact or inhibit their breathing. Well, yeah. So especially at nighttime, if she stays in her crib, I make sure I put her down on her back. And I actually have a little onesie that says "this side up," like boxes, and it's written